Hey YouTube, this is a Technics SL-220, 220, whatever you want to call it. It is an SL with a 2 and a 2 and a 0. Very popular model. This one is in what I would consider probably a little bit better than average shape. It has scratches on it, but as far as presentation, it does really well. It does look vintage. I mean, it's not like came out of the box new, but it is in really good shape. The turntable only has 33/45, so no 78s. Each of the 33 and 45 have its own pitch setting, so you get to vary the speed. I had to, when I got this one, the potentiometer behind 33 was not working, so replaced it. While I was in there, went ahead and serviced all of the moving parts. Speaking of moving parts, this is a very mechanical player. There's not a lot that can go wrong. The motor, it drives the wheel, and the wheel drives all of the other functions. There's no servos, there's no belts inside. There is a belt underneath the plate, so one belt. Outside of that, everything is mechanical. So when I tell it to stop, it is going to move gears inside eventually to lift and return the tone arm to stopping cueing position. All right. So speaking of cueing, to start the record, you raise the cue and set it on the record where you want it and lower it, and it's off and running. One of the really cool things about this player is that the electronics, again, minimal electronics in here. What is in here is basically to set the speed, control the variation in the speed, and to light this up, and that's it. The cartridge lines out go directly to the jacks, right to the back of the amplifier. So no wizardry going on. A lot of the modern players have a lot of wizardry going on. Some of them don't, but anyways, let's make sure that the return works. So let's get it in there. There we go. I know it works. I say make sure it works. Show that it works. How about that? That's better. The tone arm has been dialed in to 2.5 grams, and the thing here has been set to show that. Return, and the anti-skate is just sitting at 1 right now. This one, the needle is newer on this cartridge, so not in need of too much anti-skate going on there. This is the cartridge that came with it. It's an ADC, and ADC LX2, which is an interesting cartridge. I am going to sell this unit, so this will go along with it. I'm fairly certain that the stylus, the needle portion of it does need changed, because I did have this installed on here, and it sounded weak. So anyway, so this is a really interesting cartridge. If you haven't seen one of these, it actually has a magnet in it, and the magnet is what relays the signal into the cartridge itself. Kind of a different take on how do you do the pickup. Anyways, don't know too much about that. It's the first one of these that I've run into. Actually, ADC is a brand. This was the first time I'd seen it, and I don't know how many years I've been working on these. Anyway, so there's that. The tone arm head shell is the head shell that came with the unit. You can tell that because the Technics have a little bit different fin, I guess. They must have a fin there to them. All right, and the lock is there. It's pretty complete unit, in actually pretty decent shape. So that's your review. These are very popular. Again, if I didn't say that before, very, very popular, and there's a reason why many people just buy this and they're happy with this the rest of their life. And then, you know, maybe this is just the mid-level or entry mid-level. Very good, presentable player, and sounds absolutely wonderful.